Hello again. Here we are in the church, the town's church. We presume that this church would have had parish status. Its function would have been to provide, if you like, religious services, mass, baptism, funerals, etc. for the population of the town. Usually we would think that that population of the town, unlike the area around us, would have been, that the townsfolk would have been English-speaking burgesses. It's quite a large church. It had a north-south doorway. It is a nave and chancel church. We presume that the original windows of the church would have been lancets because, as we've said before, the settlement here was founded in the late 1220s. What else can we say about the church? We also note a lip at the rear of the church, the rear of the nave, about 2/3 of the way up the wall. This suggests that possibly not only did the priest who ran this church, in terms of saying mass, not only did he do that, but he actually lived within the church at the, if you like, the western end of the nave, in a room above the nave. The interior and exterior would have been rendered. It would have been whitewashed. The townsfolk would have stood during Mass, although there may have been benches for the infirm and elderly along the sides of the nave. A wooden carved rood screen would have separated the nave, this larger part of the church, from the smaller part of the church, the chancel, to the east, where the altar, probably a carved wooden altar, would have been. We would also feel that the chancel would have been lit by lancets as well in early to mid 13th century style, but also we would have had wall paintings decorating the wall, depicting religious scenes. And also the church is surrounded by a curving stone wall that appears to have been contemporary. And our feeling would be is that the English townsfolk would have been buried within the precincts of this church rather than out near the hospital, outside the town wall. One last thing. The church, deserted in the 14th century, was reused in the 18th century as a penal mass site. During the penal laws, Catholics would have gathered here to worship, and that is confirmed by folklore. Thank you.